They say a dog is man's best friend, but what if I told you some dogs take loyalty to a level so extraordinary it could bring tears to your eyes? Picture this. A dog waiting at a train station every single day for a decade, not because he's lost, but because he's waiting for his owner who will never return. That's just the tip of the iceberg in today's exploration of the world's most loyal dogs and their incredible stories. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be hugging your furry friend a little tighter, and maybe wondering if humans even deserve this kind of devotion. Let's start with Hachiko, the name that's become synonymous with loyalty. Back in 1920s Japan, this Akita dog followed his owner, Professor Ueno, to the train station every morning. But one day, the professor didn't come back. He had tragically passed away at work. Did Hachiko move on? No, he came back to that same train station every day for 9 years, patiently waiting for a man who would never return. If that doesn't make your heart ache, consider this. The locals were so moved by Hachiko's unwavering loyalty that they built a statue in his honor. It's still there today, and people leave flowers at its base, honoring a dog who taught the world a lesson in love and devotion. Now, if you're thinking, that's just one exceptional dog, let me introduce you to Capitan, an equally loyal German Shepherd from Argentina. Capitan's owner, Miguel, passed away in 2006. Shortly after the funeral, Capitan disappeared. Weeks later, Miguel's family found Capitan at Miguel's grave, lying there as if guarding his best friend's resting place. What's even more astonishing? Capitan continued to visit the grave every single day for over 10 years. How did he find it? Nobody knows. But it's proof that love doesn't need a GPS. And then there's Leao, a Brazilian dog whose loyalty defied even the most harrowing circumstances. During a devastating mudslide in 2011, Leao lost his family. Amidst the chaos and ruins, he was found sitting by the graves of his loved ones, refusing to leave. For days, he stayed, keeping a silent vigil, his eyes filled with heartbreak that no words could ever capture. It's moments like these that make you wonder if dogs understand loss on a deeper level than we do. But not all tales of loyalty are drenched in tragedy. Some are heartwarming, even funny. Take the case of Bobby the Wonder Dog, a collie mix from Oregon in the 1920s. Bobby got separated from his family during a road trip and was assumed lost forever. 6 months later, he showed up on their doorstep, skinny, injured, and exhausted. But here's the kicker. Bobby had traveled over 2,500 miles to get home, crossing deserts, rivers, and even mountains. Imagine being so determined that not even geography can stop you. If Bobby had a Fitbit, the step count would have broken the internet. Speaking of journeys, let's talk about Greyfriars Bobby, a Skye Terrier from Scotland who spent 14 years guarding his owner's grave. Every single day, Bobby would sit by the graveside, rain or shine, earning him the admiration of an entire city. Today, you can visit Bobby's statue in Edinburgh, a testament to a bond that death itself couldn't break. And no, this isn't just an excuse to visit Scotland and pretend you're in a fairy tale. But if you're going, send Bobby a thank you for reminding us that loyalty is timeless. In post-World War II Italy, a dog named Fido became a local legend. His owner, Carlo, was taken away during the war and never came back. For 14 years, Fido would walk to the bus stop every evening, waiting for Carlo's return. Rain or shine, he stood there, a silent witness to heartbreak and hope. When Fido finally passed away, the town honored him with a plaque, ensuring his unwavering devotion would never be forgotten. Loyalty isn't just about waiting, sometimes it's about action. Military working dogs like Cairo, the Belgian Malinois who helped Navy SEALs during the Osama bin Laden raid, exemplify this. These dogs put their lives on the line, forming unbreakable bonds with their handlers. Cairo's precision and bravery not only saved lives but also showcased the incredible trust between dog and soldier. In a quiet Canadian town, a Labrador named Shadow saved his owner from a house fire. When the blaze broke out at night, Shadow barked furiously, waking the family in time to escape. But as they fled, Shadow ran back into the house, unwilling to leave until everyone was safe. His loyalty cost him his life, but his heroism left an indelible mark on the hearts of those he saved. It's not just purebred dogs who inspire loyalty. Take Sadie, a rescued mutt from a small shelter in Texas. Her new owner, an elderly woman, fell ill one evening and couldn't reach her phone. Sadie somehow sensed the urgency, running to a neighbor's house and barking until they followed her back. Sometimes, the ones who need love the most are the ones who give it the hardest. In 2021, a border collie named Tinsley became an overnight sensation. When her owner's car skidded off a snowy highway in Vermont, Tinsley ran onto the road, flagging down a passing truck. Instead of panicking, this intelligent dog led the driver straight to the wreck, saving her owner and their passenger from freezing to death. It's not always about grand gestures. Therapy dogs like Rex, a golden retriever who visits children's hospitals, bring quiet comfort to those in need. Studies show that petting a dog can lower stress and increase happiness. But Rex doesn't need science to tell him that he just knows when someone needs a little extra love. In Alaska, a sled dog named Balto braved an unforgiving winter storm in 1925 to deliver life-saving medicine to a remote village during a diphtheria outbreak. His 55-mile journey through blizzards and sub-zero temperatures wasn't just a feat of endurance. It was a testament to a dog, U2019's determination to protect those he loved. Have you ever noticed the way your dog looks at you? That gaze isn't just affection, it's a declaration. A study found that mutual eye contact between dogs and humans releases oxytocin, deepening the bond. Dogs don't need words to communicate their loyalty, U2014, they say it all with their eyes, reminding us that sometimes love speaks loudest in silence. In the dense forests of Alaska, a Malamute named Delta became a local legend. During a family camping trip, a sudden snowstorm stranded a father and his 2 children miles from their cabin. With temperatures dropping rapidly, Delta sprang into action. The dog pushed through knee-deep snow, leading the family to a hidden cave where they could shelter from the storm. But Delta didn't stop there. He took off into the blizzard, eventually reaching the cabin and alerting nearby rescue workers with his frantic barks. Thanks to Delta's courage and quick thinking, the entire family was saved. A real-life hero who proved that a dog's loyalty can be a literal lifesaver. By now, you're probably wondering, what makes dogs so loyal? Is it love, instinct, or some magical combination of both? Scientists have theories, of course. They'll tell you about oxytocin, the love hormone, that surges when dogs and humans interact. But can hormones explain why Fido would throw himself between you and a bear? Or why your dog seems to know when you're sad, sitting by your side like the world's fluffiest therapist? Maybe it's science, or maybe it's something deeper, a kind of unspoken promise that we'll never fully understand but are lucky to receive. Lest you think loyalty is limited to historical dogs, let's shine a spotlight on modern heroes. Meet Kayush, a Siberian Husky Malamute mix, who stayed by his injured owner's side for 3 days after a hiking accident, keeping him warm until help arrived. Max, a 3-legged Labrador in Australia, who guided a lost toddler back to safety. These dogs aren't just loyal, they're life-saving angels in fur coats. Of course, it wouldn't be a proper dog video without a little humor. Have you ever noticed how your dog stares at you while you eat, as if you're about to share? That's loyalty too, albeit the opportunistic kind. But even in their funniest moments, like stealing your socks or barking at the vacuum cleaner, dogs have a way of reminding us why they've earned the title of man's best friend. And here's the thing. While we marvel at these extraordinary stories, let's not forget the quiet loyalty of everyday dogs. The ones who greet us at the door like we've been gone for years when it's only been an hour. The ones who nudge us awake when we're feeling down or sit patiently as we binge-watch yet another series. These moments may not make headlines, but they're no less incredible. So, what's the takeaway from all these stories? Maybe it's that loyalty isn't about grand gestures or viral moments. It's about showing up, day after day, rain or shine, with unconditional love. Dogs don't care about your flaws, your bad hair days, or that time you accidentally called them the wrong name. To them, you're their world, and isn't that the kind of loyalty we all dream of? As we wrap up, Let's take a moment to appreciate the furry companions who make our lives brighter, whether through extraordinary acts of devotion or simply wagging their tails when we need it most. And if you're lucky enough to have a dog by your side, go give them a treat, a belly rub, or an extra long walk. After all, they've earned it, and so much more.